Sight is the ability to see, but vision is much deeper. Vision is the ability to see what others do not. Vision is not a gift that only a few people have. It's inherent within us all. Most people just don't realize it. It's typically revealed to us through a change in perspective. And art is a medium through which this can happen. My name is Roger Hanson, and I am a visionary artist. I connect with energy. I connect with consciousness, and then translate it into art for others to see and experience. Not only through what I draw, but also through what I say. I feel the energy, I allow it, I draw it, and then I speak it. I started on this journey quite by accident, and I initially found what I was experiencing through art too much to believe, until I understood exactly what was happening. You see, everything is made of energy. Energy can be transferred from one form to another, but it cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed. This is physics at its most fundamental level. Even if something once had mass and then subsequently lost that mass, its energy still exists. You may not be able to see it anymore, but its energy is still there. So how do you connect to this energy through art? It's certainly not skill. I never trained as an artist. It happens through a process of fearless allowance while in a creative state of mind. Now, everyone has a creative side to them which is experienced and expressed through the right hemisphere of their brain. While the left side of the brain is about order and limitations and time, the right side of the brain is about freedom, unlimited potential, and no time at all. Daydreams occur in the right side of the brain, and for this reason, a daydream creates the experience of stepping outside of time, where either much more or much less time has actually passed than the amount of time it feels has passed. This creative state of mind allows for a shift in perception, which creates an altered experience. Art stimulates the right hemisphere of your brain. It puts you into this space that is free from time. And once you're there, anything can and does happen. Even before I had any inkling about consciousness and energy, I used to find myself doodling all the time. But one day I began to feel that more was happening in my doodles than I realized. It's hard to describe, but I felt more energy within them, and they became uncontrolled and emerged much more quickly. And the most shocking thing was that distinct images, faces, letters, and numbers began to appear in what I had previously thought were just nonsensical doodles. And the more I saw and experienced, the doodles seemed as though they were a form of communication. Although my logical mind initially dismissed that thought very quickly because I feared what others would think and I feared that they might be right. But doodling became this irresistibly fun process. And the pull was so strong and eventually outweighed the fears, and I decided to see where this path was leading. Faces appeared in the doodles more frequently, and they continued to be accompanied by words and numbers. And these faces, they seemed as though they wanted to speak. They wanted a voice. They wanted to connect. So how could I know that what was happening to me was real? How could I trust what I was experiencing? Of course, I know now that your beliefs are always a choice. But back then, I didn't understand that. I needed proof. And so as I asked, I received. I found a way to experience the proof that I needed. I discovered this group that met each week to explore their intuition through art. I couldn't have imagined before that such a group even existed. And in this group, I flourished. My doodles morphed into pastel drawings. Faces continued to appear. And identities of the faces were validated through other members of the group. They knew these faces as their loved ones who had passed away, validated not only by the image, but by the words and numbers that appeared in the doodles as well. I was excited and scared, all at the same time. Over time, I found all the proof I needed as the art connected me with images and information that I would have never known otherwise. And freed from my doubt, these images took on new life, and they also seemed to have much more to say. And what they had to say was from the viewpoint of guides and fifth dimensional beings and past and even future lives, collectives of consciousness, and so much more. The possibilities are endless, and I am always surprised by what comes through. This is why I love what I do. After the art is created, I speak. I speak what I hear, and I speak what I feel. I suppose many artists feel like their work has a voice, but my understanding of this voice is multidimensional. Visionary art is a channeled process. It is channeling. It is to connect with energy and then express that energy through art. With my process, you not only hear the voice of the energy, but you also see the face behind the voice. In addition to my private work, where I connect clients with other levels of consciousness around them through art, I am passionate about teaching my visionary art process to others. Anyone can do this. It's not about art. It's about connection, perception, and allowance. You can draw your future home. You can hear the subtle messages of your subconscious. You can connect with the fearless version of yourself. There is a part of you which has a viewpoint so wide that it sees and knows everything. You are not separate from it, even though it may feel like you are. Everyone's had sparks of recognition with this. It's called gut instinct or intuition. But what exactly is that, and where does it come from? It comes from you. It comes from this wide, fearless, unlimited version of you that knows things that the mind generally tries to discard because the mind can't logically connect the dots. And art is a portal that connects you to this intuitive, all-knowing part of yourself. Now that you know just a little bit more about visionary art, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience of these beings. See what they have to share with you. Feel what insights about your life you can gain. Notice the thoughts that emerge within you as you look at these pictures. And understand those thoughts as a form of communication. Allow the experience. Allow this to be your experience.